Money. Money is not what you think it is. Money is your talents. Money is your... Money is your intention. Yeah. So it's your talents and it's your intention. It's not the paper. It's not the coins. Your money is your intentions and it's your talent. So your intentions and your talent. So remember there was that parable in the Bible of the man who gives his servants talents or something, and he gives them, a job to do to increase what they have been given, their talents, right? And when he has them report to him at the end of the project, each one of them, of course, gives the account of what they did with the talent they were given. But one of them actually confirms that, in fact, he didn't do anything with his talent because he wanted to reserve it. He didn't want to risk losing it, so he kept it to himself and he didn't build up on it. And of course, what the master of that particular servant did is actually take everything away from him. So he was left with nothing, not even with what he had in place in the first place, the talent he was given initially. So you get that? He was given a talent, he was selfish with it, so all of it was taken away, including the talent that he was given. Whereas with the others, they received abundance because they received their talent and they built up on it. That's money I'm talking about. Your money is not the paper. The currencies will be born, the currencies will die, paper as well. But money is an ideology, it's a thought. It's your talent and it's your intention. Intention, of course, I mean in regards to how you get it from a metaphysical standpoint. You see all of these videos and all these talks of money rituals and magic. It's all very well and true, but I like to look at things in the purest form possible for my perspective anyway. And when I mention intention, I simply mention the purpose of why you want the money, if that makes sense. God knows what sort of money we'll have in the future. Money will always be money, isn't it? But it won't be in the same manifestation. So in the old days, you had people trading animals, cattle. You even had people trading, my ancestors, slaves. Yeah. Money can be anything. It's not the actual thing that's the money. It's the intention. It's the talent. What are you worth, right? So when it comes to money, you really have to accept, first of all, that you need to understand what money is before you can receive money. Otherwise, you'll play around with it and the universe will not give it to you anyway, because the universe grants you what you deserve. So if you have shown the universe that you are wise enough to deal with a lot of money that you want, you'll get it, trust me. But until you can prove to the universe, that is having the right intention for everyone as well as yourself, you won't get it. I've always been a daydreamer, having a moon in Pisces in my natal chart. You can understand that, right? I've had some amazing ideas. I mean, really amazing. Since I was in my teens, many ideas. But one thing I would never ever want to do is share my ideas. Not share it enough so that somebody can steal it from me. Note the word steal. I actually used to believe I owned something in this universe. And while I was mulling in my head and strategizing and visualizing how I'm going to get my ideas trademarked, copyrighted, so nobody can exploit them, only me, and what I will do, how I'll apply them. I never got anywhere. Because it was a very egocentric ideology I had in regards to money, and how I can make it. What I've learnt, particularly from that scripture of the talents, but also through my own life, is that the things you have, which you may consider you own, they were given to you. They are talents. And so if you have the intention, the prayer of having the talents to fill yourself, as opposed to filling everyone, including yourself, so being for the greater good, then you're wasting your prayers. You're wasting your talent. If I have a great idea, which I know would be of benefit to others as well as myself, because that is a great idea, really, isn't it? If I then have a belief through my ego that I own the idea, I've lost the idea. So for those of you who may have all sorts of incredible solutions to problems in the world, such as the economy and all sorts of other things, I'm sure, don't ever worry about owning it, because you don't own it. You were inspired with the idea. Inspire, in spirit, spire, inspire. So if you can picture that visually, the word inspire, to inspirit someone, it was put into you, the idea. It was in you, but it was also put into you, if that makes sense. And it was brought forth from you. Everyone has so many great gems and ideas. They're geniuses like Einstein. They don't even realize it. But there's some people who manage to tap something and uncover something. And you'll find out that they will either go ahead with it and change the world, or they'll keep it to themselves because they're paranoid. They believe they own their talent. You don't own any talent. We're just pawns for the universe. So the talent you're given is to benefit everyone, not just yourself and your family. If you were to have a great idea and somebody, quote unquote, stole it from you and made money from it, I can guarantee you will get your due course. You'll get it. But I have had to come to learn the older I get. I'm only tender anyway in years. But the older I've got, I've come to realize that I'm more blessed and rich by sharing my ideas, as opposed to keeping it to myself until I exploit it for myself. That's not the way to get to Zen. That's what I've had to accept. And as sobering as it may be, it's also a blessing, because you realize that, look, as a light worker, your service here is simply that, service. You're helping. Hopefully you can be helped too, but your main purpose here is to be of service, which all of our main purposes are. But particularly with certain people, you'll find they have a mandate from the higher quarters to really elevate people and the space they're in. That's what I mean when I say certain people have a service. So especially for you out there who are subject to that mandate, you will find that your minds are genius and that you have some great ideas and you have some great solutions to this crippling world. But remember, you also have an ego. So you really need to balance the two out. Yeah, you need to eat, but at the same time, you don't want to hold things from people because you want to benefit on a personal level. You'll be cursing yourself. So just take heed of the talents. I don't know the scripture. I'm not a computer that can quote the scripture that I was talking about in regards to the talents, but I'm sure people know and they will be able to search it up themselves. And remember, money is not money. It's not paper. It's not coins. Money is your intention and it is your talents. So you need to merge those two together. You have your talents. Now you need to have your intention, and they both need to be aligned with each other and the universe, and you'll get your abundance. It will be invaluable. You won't even need to worry about the zeros behind your checks. Everyone will be fruiting. Yep, fruiting. Everyone will be fruiting. So bear that in mind. Money, talents, and intentions.